Hello, 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 and welcome back. Today we're going to be making Bartholomew! Yay! Okay, so he's a little bit different from the Fluffy Bean Cat tutorial. I don't remember what particle system, settings I used. I feel like this is a little different. Main difference is the mesh is a little bit physically different. We have these poofs here and the poofy tail. And we have a texture painted body instead of a procedurally colored body. So yeah. And we can make him spin. I might not include that, but it's not too hard to make him spin. Let's get started. I'm going to use a cube. Go to generate. Subdivision surface. I'm going to bump it up to 2 and hit apply. Or you can use the extra mesh add-on. If you have that enabled, it's built in. You can just go to round cube and type in 1. And then you have pretty much the same thing. It's a little rounder. I'm just going to go with this one. I'm going to move him up. Up, up, up. So I'm going to, I'm going to go in the wireframe mode so I can select through the mesh. Select 1/2 and hit E to extrude. So I hit E, I clicked, and now I'm dragging out. There we go. I'm going to add a loop here just to help support the shape. Next step, I'm going to select these bottom ones, scale them like this, just to flatten them out a bit. And then I'm just going to pull them up. There. You've flattened out the bean bod. I'm going to hit A to select all, and I'm going to move them back down. There you go. I'm going to move them over this way. I don't know why, but I want this half. So I'm going to hit proportional editing. I'm just going to hit connected only. I don't think it matters too much on this slug. I'm sorry, I've been playing Rain World. I don't know if you know what Rain World is, but it's a great game. But they're called slug cats in Rain World, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you a slug, Bartholomew. Okay, hold up. First of all, G, and then rotate. I'm going to get this one. I'm going to add a little bit more of a curve. I'm going to undo that, pull it a little bit, and then add the curve. So, just however beanie you want to make it. Wait a minute. Make sure you're modeling on the right axis. I appear to have been on the wrong one, so RY negative 90? Nope. RX 90? Okay, and then apply the rotation. Make sure you're doing it on the right axis. I'm tired, it's late, but I'm making a bean. Real quick, go back to X-ray. I'm gonna make him a little more squished on the tum-tum region. He's a little more beanie. Little beanie. Maybe bring him down a bit. There we go. Nice. So I'm gonna hit shade smooth. And we got the start. I'm gonna switch to this. So before we get too crazy, we're going to want to, I believe I did this one and this for the ears, which is going to be a little uneven. It might drive some people crazy, but those are the two I did for the ears. So I'm just going to use this extrude region tool just to make sure they poke out at the right angle. I'm going to go over here to transform pivot point and set it to individual origins, because I want to scale relative to this and this. So yeah, like that. Pull them out. Yeah. I'm going to pull this one a bit back. E and scale in. And then E scale back. E, and move back, not scale back, move back. There we go. E, bring in, and I'm gonna make this a circle. This is Loop Tools. It's a built-in add-on. I think you might also be able to use Vertex Smooth. No. But basically, if you don't have the Loop Tools add-on, it's built in, so you can just enable it, and it'll be real easy. But if you don't want to, you can switch back to bounding box center and scale like that, and you'll get a circle. But I'm just gonna circle. Just because I want a good circle. Here we go. I'm going to pull his tail out, so one, curl, another, scale up a bit and curl, and another, scale up a bit and curl. I'm gonna get this, add another loop cut there, and then use this one and scale. And I'm gonna wanna try to pull these down a bit just to make the tail flatter, like it's lying on the ground and not just weirdly suspended in air. There we go. That means I gotta pull this one up a bit too. And I'm gonna add some more loop cuts here. And make sure they're, okay, yep, they're circles. And I'm just gonna hit this one, go back to individual origins, not organs, go to extrude, and extrude individual. What this is gonna do is gonna whoop, I'm gonna pull them out like that. I'm gonna hit S and scale them down. And then I'm gonna hit G and I'm just gonna pull them like this. And we repeat for every tail, every little bit. Every little bit, Oop, I didn't mean to. Hold up, that was too far. And you can also, if you need them to go farther out, you can do is grab them, switch back to bounding box, and then use the scale, and that should poof them out a bit more. So if you didn't feel like you dragged them out far enough the first time. Dad, I'm making a video!
I can hear you. What?
I'm recording a tutorial.
Oh, good night.
Bye. I love you. Good night.
Good night.
I was interrupted. I might just leave that in the tutorial because I made it so far. We're already too deep into it. There's no turning back. Well, hopefully you find it hilarious. That was my dad. He was saying goodnight because it's late. I was trying to tell him that I was recording, but I couldn't without being too loud. And now the universe is just chaotic. I've lost my train of thought. Okay. There we go. Doo-doo-doo! Don't worry. It will look better in a bit. And I mean soon. Okay. Generate subdivision surface. I'm gonna bump it up to 2. Yeah. He's looking pretty good. So now there's 2 more things we need to do, or in terms of the mesh. We need to add the stash. So I'm just gonna grab I'll grab a round cube, so you can either manually make one or just spawn one in with the add-on. Oh, I forgot we need to add his cheeky cheeks. Cheeky cheeks. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of placing them where I think they should be, and then I'm just going to squish them a bit. The ears look wonky from the top. Oh no, I made them too far. You can always move the stash later. That's the great thing about the stash being a separate mesh. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make a curve, a path. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to chop the ends off. You don't need that much. I'm going to go over here to this squiggle, go to round and bump it up, I think 3. I can't see, it's inside the cat, so I'm going to check it out. Okay. Scale it, drag it up. And what I'm going to do is going to be weird for a hot minute, but it's going to work out in the end. I'm going to go to deform and shrink wrap and hit the cat. You'll see that it's flattened out the thing. Don't worry, it'll be fine. When we apply this, it's gonna move these points to it, but since the mesh doesn't actually exist yet, it's not gonna be flat. It's gonna be round. I'm just doing this to make sure I get the eyes placed where I want to. So I'm gonna make his eyes sleepy. Sleepy eye? Sleepy eye? There we go, sleepy eye. Gonna copy it, move it over, maybe rotate a bit, pull it in. And when I have to go out to hit apply. There are certain modifiers you can't apply while in the mesh modeling. Okay, so what I'm gonna need to do is actually need to move this down. And then I need to also move these down. And pull them back out. Oh gosh, he looks so weird. Okay, so try to straighten that out. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna move your eye there and your eye. And then I'm gonna move this here. Make sure it's aligned. It's not. There. These aren't aligned anymore, so I'm gonna grab in, go back to the form, shrink wrap, pop back out, and hit apply, just so they're on the face. And there we go! We got him started. So I'm gonna go into shading. Over here. I'm gonna hit new. And what I'm gonna do is gonna grab a diffuse, drag off to shader to RGB because we want to convert it to color data. Get a color ramp. Color ramp. I'm gonna drag it into an invert because I noticed you pretty much always have to invert it for toon shaders. Into a mix. That we're going to switch into multiply, and we're gonna drag this down, and this needs to go into the factor. We're also gonna want to drag off this and go to normal, and then hit normal. This just smooths out the normals via the material. You can also do it via normal editing, I'm pretty sure. But I'm also gonna add a image texture. Image texture, gonna do new. And I think this is enough resolution. We really aren't doing too much. Plunk it in here. Okay, so this is our start. This is our fluffin'. So, if this is too fast, don't worry. I'm going through it again. Here we go. Here we go. This kind of just smooths out our normals. Makes our cat nice and smooth. This is we're getting the lighting data. We're converting it to color data. We're using this color ramp to clamp our lighting. You can't really see right now, but if I make our cat orange, we can clamp it or invert it. Just adjusting it a bit. Let's go to constant. I think about there is good. What this is doing is this is just making sure when we that our A is the color and our B is what we're multiplying it. So this is a dark gray, or a light gray, but it's less than white. So anything less than white will, less than white. White has a value of 1. Oh wait, yeah. White has a value of 1. So anything less than a value of 1 for white will make it darker. So yeah, that's what I mean. So this is just making sure the A is color and B is what we're doing it by. So I'm going to go ahead and plonk this back in. And let's go to UV editing. So real quick, I'm just going to add an extra loop cut here to the ear. Or not there. I'm going to actually scroll. I'm going to grab this edge. I'm going to just bevel it ever so slightly. Or yeah, no. I'm going to go click it and I'm going to hit edge crease. There, that's fine. And then I'm going to mark seam. I just want to make sure the thing is crisp. And now I'm going to go hit this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And then everything but these 3. I need this one. And mark seam. Everything else we can ignore. I mean, it would be good to UV wrap the tail, but we really only need the stomach and ears. So I'm just gonna unwrap. So this tail and conglomerate, this is the main body. So this is everything. This is the ears, so we're gonna put the ears up here. We're gonna do this. And I'm scaling this up to be big because this is where all our detail is gonna be. We want our detail not to be pixely. So yeah. I'm gonna go to texture paint. And I already have mine set to a dark blue. It's kind of like stylized black, so I'm just gonna and then I'm gonna color this in real quick. And now I'm gonna switch to white. Oop. I like to do is I go down to black, exit, and then come back, so then it makes it white. There's our ears. And now we can first of all, we can just color the belly. Except not that. Okay. Well, okay. I was gonna say we can color the belly, but actually what I can do is I can turn on this. What this is the paint mask. So anything that's a UV island, you can hit L to select, and that way you can only paint on that. So I'm gonna do that just so I don't accidentally paint on one of the others. And I'm just gonna paint his underside. Underside has been painted. Now time to neaten out this transition. I think that looks pretty good. It might be the slightest bit of uneven. Close enough. And I'm gonna take shadow, UV editing, texture paint. Make sure you have the cat selected so you can see the UVs. And I'm on the wrong one. Okay, this is where I think the issue was. Yeah, okay, good. Quickly go to this. Convert to mesh. Add it to our fluffin. Go to UV editing. Hit A. And then I'm just going to scale them down and place them over here. Same over here. Add the fluffin. Go to UV editing. Unwrap. Or you know what, you can just, it doesn't matter too much. I'm just gonna hit reset. It makes basically every face its own square UV. But because this is color-based UV editing, it doesn't matter too much. Okay. And then I'm just gonna join these. And then I'm gonna join it to this. Just so we can keep them all together. What? Hold on, let me fix this coloring real quick. Extra paint. Okay, ah! Alt A. So, we had an issue over here with the white poking through. Or the white getting clipped. We want the white. We want it to be a decent paint job. This is just me being picky. And then I want to go back to white. And I want to scale down my brush. This is not white. Some of this softness. The problem. There we go. I think that's decently good. I mean, it could be better. I'm not a texture painter. I'm very bad at texture painting. Any digital artwork, I'm usually pretty bad at it, unless it's 3D modeling. I can decently do that. It just looks weird and lumpy. It's okay. Okay. So, here we go. Oh, we forgot something, or I forgot something. I'm gonna, set this back to individual origins. Grab these cheek fluffs. And then do the extrude individual again. And then I'm gonna scale it down. There we go. Beautiful. Now it's on to the fluff. It's on to the fluff now. And let's go. So we're gonna go over here to what looks like a arrow, bow and arrow constellation. Oh wait, before we do that, we need to go to, what is it? This one? Yeah. Camera. Go to the camera. Go down to, where is it? Curves. And go from strand to strip. Mine's already on strip because I already have the other cat in this file. I made the other cat in the same file, so hit strip. You want that, and then go to the constellation bow and arrow. Hit plus. Go to hair. Whoop, and set it to like 0.5. Whoop. Oh, that's segments. Wrong part. 0.5. Oh, it's still too long. Go down. There is a new hair system, but it's terrifying, and I'm just going to stick with what I know. So I'm going to actually go back into modeling. Go down here to the triangle, data. I'm going to add a vertex group. And I'm going to hit a couple of these faces. And I'm going to assign them to this group. And that's because these are the faces we're going to omit from the thing. I'm also going to do it for the ears. Assign them. So back in our particle system, I'm going to go down to vertex groups. And for density, I'm going to put group. And I'm going to use this arrow. This basically means we're going to invert it. And hold up. We also have to add our stash and stuff. Our stash and our stash and our lash. Why are you doing it? Okay, assign that. Oh, okay. Hold up, let me do this. And now assign those. So we don't want it going out of his mustache. Now I'm gonna make the hair even shorter. I'm gonna go down to diameter root and I'm gonna make them fat. They're gonna be really fat hairs. Tip, We can make chunky. We don't have to make them that chunky. But, chunky enough. Oh, this is too chunky. I'm gonna go to children and set it to interpolated. This is just gonna give us more hair per hair. I'm gonna set this number to 200. And this is pretty good, but there's still another thing we need to do. I'm gonna go to render, and for fluffin, like go to the material. I'm gonna duplicate fluffin. So it's just the fluffin 2, fluffin hair. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna actually turn the shadows off for fluffin hair. Go back to the particles and set them to fluffin hair. And this will reduce the shadows. And that's it. You have a boy. You can adjust the hair by what you want. You can make it like this. You can make it like here. You can make him look. He got electrocuted. You can make it thicker. You can do some weird stuff. Ooh. You can make him look shaggy. Oh gosh. I don't even know what it's doing. Turn it back. Okay. And if you want to make your cat spin, click your cat, hit I, and set the rotation. Go to frame 96, type in RZ360 as cat, hit I again, rotation. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. As a cat. And there you go. Now you have your very own Bartholomew tuxedo. Also, for your spinning cat, you're going to want to highlight these and hit T, set it to linear. That way there's no smoothing in and out of keyframes. So it's very consistent. Also, make sure you set your keyframes to cut off at 95, because keyframe 96 and 0 are the same, so if you played them both, you'd have like a stutter. I will show you. 96. Okay, it's not very visible, but there is like a slight pause to slow down. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed how to make Bartholomew. Have a good day. Ciao. Wait, I can actually remove those. Never mind. That didn't work. Don't remove those. Okay, bye and have a good day. Bye.